Ladies and gentlemen of Knucklehead Nation, welcome to another virtual press conference for FightersRep 20. This time, it's another absolute banger that I'm really looking forward to. Between the two Isaacs, we're going to find out which Isaac is the man in this fight. It's Isac McCary versus Isaac De La Paz. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me this evening.
Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
For sure. So, Isaac, I want to start with you. Free smoke. We'll say free smoke. I want to start with you, brother.
Yeah, I was confused too. I was like, hold up.
Isaac McCary, I want to start with you, man.
Yeah.
You just got business done last night, man. I believe you defended a title. You're a champion already in another organization. Kind of tell me about that, man.
Yeah, man. They kind of hit me maybe a few weeks ago, like, hey, you trying to defend your title? I said, yeah, man, sure, and then I ended up getting booked with Isaac maybe like a week or two later, and I was like, man, like I'll be good. I'll still, I'll still handle business, go take this fight. So basically what I did, I just went out there, handled business, 1-round knockout, clean. We're good, man. We're good. Ready for the next.
I love it. Free smoke. And, I'm really excited to see you living by your name and living by your rep right there. You've been banging our line for a while, man, and we've been watching you. We've been watching you, and we really appreciate that. I mean, we want to work with guys that want to fight. We want to work with guys that want to work. You started out, I believe, in street beefs. I mean, is where you kind of earned your reputation, your fame, or your infamy, if you'd like to call it. And
whatever,
since then, you've rattled off something like 8 Muay Thai fights. I want to say you're like 7-1 right now.
7-1.
How does it feel to have kind of come up that way and now have found so much success in the amateur ranks?
It's pretty crazy, man, because when I started this journey, I really just saw street beefs on YouTube, and I was like, damn, I think I want to just see what's up with it. And that was like before I was training or like was ever in like a gym or anything. And I was winning out there, and I started to love this shit. And I said, man, let me get in the gym, let me get on this amateur scene, see what I'm about. And yeah, man, I'm the real fucking deal, man. I'm the real deal. So
I love to hear that. Well, there's another guy on this video chat right now that's the real deal as well, man. And it is Isaac De La Paz. And Isaac, I got to work with you. I had the pleasure to work with you after first dealing with a couple of your teammates over at King Cobra. I mean, what an absolutely amazing team. What an absolutely amazing bunch of teammates you got over there as well. And then, your coach kept telling me, Isaac, he's got all this experience. Let's get him on. You came out there in your first fight. You beat a guy with something like double your experience in your first trip to the Lions Den, which was terribly impressive to me, especially because I saw how technical you were. That's what impressed me the most about you. And then I called it, even though you came up short in that Jason Granado fight, I called it. I told everyone, listen, this guy's going to be a real fight for Jason Granado. This is going to be the guy that's going to push him to the limit. This is the guy. This is the best fight that could be made in division right now, and it happened. And if you ask Granado, it happened. And at FightersRep, whether you win or lose, your stock can rise depending on what kind of performance you put in. I thought you put in an incredible performance, man. Kind of tell me, what's going on through your mind since that last fight, and how are you feeling right now heading into this fight with McCary?
Well, it was a really good fight. Definitely a lot of back and forth, but we definitely adjusted a lot of things, not changing the whole game plan, but really just, making a little adjustment. That's really what it's all about. You don't want to change your whole course of path. You just want to make little adjustments here and there. And we did that, and I'm excited for this fight. I'm always excited for every fight because it's another opportunity to do what I love doing. And we like to put on a show. That's what King Cobra's about. We like Isaac's name. We all want that free smoke too at King Cobra. So, what I'm saying, it's all it is. Us fighters, we just love fighting. So, and I think for that fight, it was a good learning experience, with a good opponent. And in this fight game, there is no easy opponents. So I really do. I live for this stuff. It's awesome.
And you're a champion in your own right, Isaac. You right before heading into the Lions Den, I mean, you also won a title, and I believe it's a Muay Thai
Yeah.
title as well. You're both
Yeah.
Muay Thai champs here, stepping into the Lions Den against each other in this K1 rule set. You've experienced it firsthand in the Lions Den, De La Paz. So let me go ahead back to you, McCary. Free Smoke. How does it feel to kind of be able to, or how are you feeling ahead of this switch in rule sets? How do you think you're gonna fit into the Lions Den with this rule set that we got, this kickboxing rule set?
I mean, it's definitely different. You know what I'm saying? Just doing, strictly Muay Thai, all my 8 fights basically. So, I mean, it's a little bit of a difference in the sense that I'm not going to be able to, what I'm saying, throw my elbows, what I'm saying, clinch and like really like get to work or, any sweeps or anything like that. But I got hands, and regardless of Muay Thai, we're still kicking, we're still punching. So it's just taking away a few things, man. It's like I'm going back to C class, it feels like.
Yeah. You do know a 3 to 5 second clinch. You are aware of the 3 to 5 second clinch at Fighters.
Yeah, but no elbows though, man. Come on, come on.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
No,
I know you've been.
I was just saying, yeah, I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited for it. Regardless, I saw Mook do his thing, and ever since then, man, I was kind of just like, yeah, I'm trying to get on there too. So. Yeah.
No, listen. Isaac De La Paz mentioned you guys are fighters. You love to fight. He's never, so far that we've been dealing with him, he's never said no to a fight. And man, like I said earlier in this chat, you've been banging my line for a while. And I said to myself, he's out in Vegas, maybe he's not willing to make the drive out here and everything like that. It looks like we lost you there, Free Smoke. You still there? You there, McCary? Well, anyway, before we continue and until we get him back here, guys, make sure you get tickets for this fight between the two Isaacs, De La Paz versus McCary. It's going down on November 18th at FightersRep 20. You're not going to want to miss this fight. These are two of the premier 132 pounds, I think, in the nation, in the world, stepping into the Lions Den to take on each other. And it looks like we got McCary back here.
Hey, sorry about that. Somebody calling me, man. I'm like, leave me alone, bro. I'm in an interview, dog. Leave me alone.
It's all good.
I heard something about me being in Vegas, and then it cut out.
Yeah, you were out there in Vegas banging our line, and when people bang on our line from out of state, sometimes I'm like, oh, how serious is this person about fighting? We get a lot of inquiries, but man, I've seen the record, I've seen the reputation. You're down to come out here. What is it about FightersRep that's making you want to come out to California and take on a guy like Isaac De La Paz?
I mean, bottom line, like just simplicity answer, man. I just want to fight the best guys, man. To be honest with you, I just want the hardest challenges. And I know Isaac's a good fighter. He was actually he was in my bracket for USMTO this year. I think he got moved up to A class though, because we were actually supposed to fight this year, but they moved him up. So I was already kind of like looking at his shit, trying to see what's good. But yeah, I like the venue. I like promotions that are pretty well ran, and you guys are one of the best ones when it comes to that. So I want to go ahead and show myself out there, make a name out there.
Much appreciated, Free Smoke. And how does it feel to be on FightersRep 20 on November 18th with your fellow Street Beefs alumni? You mentioned him earlier. Michael Mook Mitchell, man, he's in for a hell of a fight as well. Let me tell you.
I saw it. Yeah, we've been talking about it. When I told him when he told me he got a fight, I said, man, I put my name in the hat. So I hope they hit me back with something, bro. So and they got us on the card together. So it'll be pretty cool, to see us from that backyard scene when we weren't really like training like as hard or in the gym like on an everyday thing, and then now to where we're at now and what we've accomplished since then. It'll be pretty cool. It's like a full circle moment.
For sure. De La Paz, let me ask you too, man. How's the transition been to the kickboxing rule set? I feel like you were more heavily Muay Thai as well. Of course, you're a champion in Muay Thai as well, just like Free Smoke is. Kind of tell me how, the transition has been to the Lions Den for you.
Yeah, definitely it's a big difference. Going from Muay Thai, you can be in a clinch a good amount. I mean, I honestly like to stay busy in the clinch, throw a lot of knees and elbows. Mm-hmm. But kickboxing is just straight action. It's like, especially those 3-round fights, it's just nonstop action. So the fight with Renato, I think we were throwing the full 6 minutes nonstop. So
yeah.
And especially there's no clinching up. They break them apart and then back to the action. So it's constant trading blows, you know.
Yeah.
But the adjustment, I mean, I did some boxing classes before that. I've been doing boxing every week, so I think I had some hands for the kickboxing, and it wasn't like the craziest difference for me, but definitely taking out the elbows and knees. You know, it's a little bit of fun throwing those things, but kickboxing is its own beast, and I enjoy it too. It's really its own sport.
Listen, I gotta say, man, that pace that you and Gator Granado put on at that last fight. I mean, McCary, Free Smoke. I'm not sure if you saw that fight or not, man.
I have.
I mean, that pace was just wild. And watching that from ringside, I mean, I said, my goodness, they were both like throwing everything in the kitchen sink at each other nonstop until that fight ended. You know, how was the pace compared to Muay Thai?
The pace was definitely faster, for sure. I think with Muay Thai, there's a lot of defense. You know, you're there waiting for the opponent to attack, or you know, you can check their kicks and clinch up, and then you're throwing knees, and then you break apart, and then you're in that pausing phase.
Yeah.
But I feel like the way kickboxing is just, you know, I'm initiating. I'm the one starting because it's about points, and either that or you know you're trying to get the knockout. So it's just kind of forcing the opponents to go at each other. I mean, obviously it's still technical, and it's not like sloppy looking, but I think kickboxing just has a higher intensity, and that's what I like about it. Honestly, that's what I like about it.
And that's what I like about it too. That's why I promote kickboxing over Muay Thai. And I really appreciate you saying that, brother. McCary, let me ask you, Free Smoke, you know, you represented for Syndicate out there in Los Angeles. I know they're putting you through the ringer right now. I know you're putting in work for this adjustment. You know, kind of tell me what it means to you to represent that team, what that team's done for you. How does it feel to represent that team, the Lions, then come November 18th at FightersRep 20?
Man, I love my team over there at Syndicate, man. We've kind of like created like kind of like our own little AMBI team. As far as like the Muay Thai and striking team goes, we kind of like got our own team formed over there. So shout out to my Paradox Fight Club boys. Y'all know who you are. But yeah, we're gonna make the adjustments. Like I said, I just got out of the Muay Thai fight yesterday. So now it's just about, you know, knowing that there's no elbows, there's no clinch, you know, or there is a clinch, but it's very short lived, you know, and so just small things I got to adjust. Like I said, I think it takes me from like A-class Muay Thai is very like slow paced kind of, to whereas like the C-class ones is kind of more of like a kickboxing pace, and so I feel like it'll just kind of take me back to like a more higher pace, which I'm okay with, because not a lot of people can match my pace. So I would love for somebody to like give me that cardio test. You know what I'm saying? If somebody can go all 5 of me, let's do it. Let's bang the whole time.
Yeah. And let me tell you, you don't look like you were in a fight yesterday at all, man. Especially
I don't even think I got hit.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, you know, it sounds like you've looked at De La Paz. It sounds like you watched his last fight at the very least. How do you feel like your style matches up against him for this upcoming fight?
Well, so I watched his first fight in the Fighters Den in the Lions Den when I was you know, thinking we were gonna fight at USMTO, and I'm like he has like a Muay Thai pace in this kickboxing thing, and he's doing his shit still. But then when I saw his last fight, I'm like, damn, like he completely like switched up his pace. Like it's like fucking boom, 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 you know, like just balls to the wall now. So I'm like, I'm kind of thinking like it'll be something in the middle of that, you know what I'm saying, when I see him. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And I'm going to ask you the same thing, De La Paz. I mean, have you looked at Free Smoke at all? It sounds like he's been studying you, man. This guy's a student of the game. It sounds like he's been watching you for a while and anticipating you guys are going to fight.
He's fought my teammate.
Oh, well, there you
Yeah.
go. That makes this a little bit more juicy. Who's
Yeah.
that? Who are we talking about
I
here?
think I think it was in B class when I went
Maybe. Yeah,
to
you found.
Mexico.
Yeah, you found my boy Nasir
Yeah,
Davis. Yeah.
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 But yeah, I've watched a couple of his videos. You know, I definitely think he's a good fighter. You know, I don't ever underestimate any opponent. But I definitely think that it's gonna be a good fight. It's a fight of different styles. He's coming from Muay Thai. I've had a couple fights of kickboxing, and I've been able to kind of adjust and get used to it because it really is a different beast, kickboxing. But I think it's gonna be it's still gonna be a great fight, good pace. I mean, I don't think we're in there to just win by points. You know, I think kickboxing.
No, you're not. Neither
Let's
one
go.
of you
You know,
is.
we're trying to get in, get out. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
I mean, us fighters, we love the action. I love the action, and I hope the fans do too, because it's gonna be a banger fight.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, how does Isaac De La Paz get the job done against Isac McCary on November 18th at Fighters Rep 20? And when you're done, McCary, Free Smoke, I want to hear how you get it done against De La Paz.
I'm curious too.
Well, look, I'm not gonna say too much, but I definitely think it's gonna be a fight of high pace and mixing it up, punches and kicks, and we'll see. Maybe slipping some knees in there, you know. But at the end of the day, we go in there and we fight without expecting the person to fight exactly how we seen them in their clips.
Yeah.
You know, who knows how they've been training, what adjustments they made. So I'm just going there and I'm gonna do my thing and adapt to whatever comes my way.
And McCary.
Yeah, I mean, to kind of piggyback off that, man, you know, I'm not really going to go in to change much. I'm just going to let my hands go, let the shit fly. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's a fight. You know, it don't matter to me if it's kickboxing, boxing, fucking, you know, Muay Thai, karate. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get down. So it is what it is. But I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said, this is a fight I thought that was going to happen maybe a few months ago. But, hey, you know, like I said, shit's coming full circle. We're seeing each other now. So.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. Join the channel if you want to watch this fight live. It's going to be absolutely crazy. But an even better idea is to get your tickets at FightersRep.com. Anywhere you are in the world, you could fly in. We've got a world-class hotel at the Commerce Casino, and it's an absolutely beautiful facility. You know, bells and whistles and everything else. You'll absolutely love your experience watching the fights at the Commerce Casino for Fighters Rep 20. So get your tickets at FightersRep.com. Also, don't forget to follow these young men on Instagram. And if you drop a super chat or a super thanks, you know, we'll definitely split the profit with whichever fighter's name you cite in the super thanks or the super chat. And also feel free to reach out to them or me on social media if you want to sponsor them. I can facilitate, but you can reach out to them directly if you like. That works for me as well, and I'm sure it'll work for them as well. Free Smoke, man. Free Smoke. This is something I got to ask you, too, since we just mentioned the venue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you watched some of the other, you know, ringside footage maybe from De La Paz's last fight with Granado. I mean, it was a crowd there for De La Paz. It was a crowd for. It sounded like a soccer game over in Europe. You know, it was Gator. Yeah, it was Isaac. I mean,
Yeah.
you are, you know, and you seem like a very confident guy to me, Free Smoke, and that's why I'm really excited to promote you. I'm really excited to have you on. You're also very skilled, and you've got a great record. But man, you're really walking into the Lions Den here. You're coming into real hostile territory. You're driving out from Vegas or flying out, whatever it is you're doing, and you're coming into Isaac De La Paz's hometown. How does it feel, kind of, you know, being the away fighter? That's going to be a very pro De La Paz crowd.
It's nothing new to me, man. I've never actually got to fight in my hometown of Vegas. So, I mean, I always got to travel, man. I'm in Arizona, man. I basically run Arizona now, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm coming to California. I'll kick Isaac De La Paz's door down, man, and they're going to be screaming Isaac McCary after. So it's all right, man. It's all right.
I love to hear that. And, you know, you also mentioned you kind of wanted to show people, what you were about. You wanted to create fans out there too. Is
Yeah.
that something that you're looking to do? Are you looking to come out here and create a fans and show people what Free Smoke is all about? Get that brand out there?
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get my name out there any way I can. Been out there grinding a lot of fights in Arizona, so I'm becoming well known out there. And so, like I said, fighting on hostile territory is nothing new to me, man. What I'm saying, I have crowds go against me all the time. I get the boos all the time when I break their hearts. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. It's all good. It's all love. And yeah, I just can't wait to show out, man. So
Yeah, and De La Paz, man, I gotta ask you, man. I mean, for me, that was surreal. Sitting there ringside, hearing those people trying to shout over each other, your name versus Gator. First, kind of tell me how that felt to be in that environment. Did you even notice the crowd with the pace that you guys were putting on each other? And second off, how does it feel to be defending home territory against a guy that's a real savage here in Free Smoke?
Oh, yeah. I mean, during the fight, no matter what, I mean, you probably heard the screaming from outside. Honestly, from inside the casino, it was live. But I definitely do think that I got what it takes to handle Free Smoke, and on the day that it comes, we're gonna throw down and may the best man win. That's all it is.
So let's say you get this fight. You guys are both so experienced. You guys are both so good right now. I think the winner of this fight really sets him up or sets himself up to maybe contend for a title either in the next fight or very close in the near future. What does that mean to the both of you? I'll start with you, Free Smoke.
And actually, that was one of my intentions coming in. I know De La Paz just fought Gator Granado, who also fought Nas, one of my teammate. And I know that me beating De La Paz, somebody who just gave Granado his best fight, his hardest fight ever, that puts me right up there. And I'm game to throw down with Gator. I'm game to throw down with Hawthorne. Any of them Squirrel Muay Thai boys. I'm down to go. So let's get it.
And De La Paz, I'll ask you the same thing. I mean, you could find yourself right back in that position again. It looks to me, just based on your demeanor, the way you talk about it, the way you're feeling yourself after the fight, that you feel like you can kind of change your destiny there if you guys were to fight again. What does that mean to you?
Oh yeah, I mean, after that fight, I definitely wanted to get a rematch, make adjustments and come back, because I mean that's just the guy I am, the fighter I am. One thing I won't do is give up, back down. So, I'm always ready to come back and improve and reach my goal, right? And if the title shot comes along, well, I'm ready. I'm excited. Whatever opportunities come my way, they weren't just out of luck. I work hard for what I've achieved, and if I can get a title shot, that'll be awesome. After beating Free Smoke, let's get it.
Free Smoke, let me ask you, man, for those people that are sitting on the fence, they're not sure whether they're going to buy the pay-per-view or buy a ticket, man. Why should they come out live? Go to FightersRep.com, get their tickets, and come out live to the Commerce Casino on November 18th to come watch Free Smoke take on De La Paz.
Man, they should come out, man, because it's all action, man. It's Free Smoke all day, every day, man. We're going to be in there throwing down, slinging and banging, just like you guys know what it is in the Lions Den, man. I'm saying? I'm not coming there for decisions. I'm not coming there to hug somebody for 3 rounds, bro. We're coming there to throw down, and that's all I want it to be. So, I'm saying? Get your tickets. Fighter you coming to see, Isac McCary, put it down. You know what I mean? Let me get them sales up. Let's go. Let's go.
De La Paz, I'm going to ask you too, man. Those guys sitting on the fence. Oh, I'm not sure if I should come to the world's largest poker room at the beautiful Commerce Casino and come watch, the premier kickboxing event in the world, or if I should do it sitting on my ass at home. What do you tell this person? What do you tell this person? I mean, I don't know if they saw your last fight. I don't think they need to see anything else, but what do you tell this person?
It's going to be a fight of straight action. That's what if I don't win, it doesn't even matter. I want action. You know what I'm saying? And I live for this stuff. This is what gets me going in the morning. I wake up wanting to go train. I wake up wanting to go get another fight. whatever opportunity I can get. And I mean, Fighters Rep always has a great promotion. The way they set up everything, they're constantly improving. So I mean, you never know what you're gonna expect coming into a Fighters Rep fight, because I mean they're just upping their game every time. And I know this fight's gonna be a banger. I know it. I know it.
I really appreciate that, man. Listen, I'm so amped for this fight. I mean, a promoter should never be this amped for one fight on the card. But there's like 17 other fights on the card along with you guys, featuring the premier young talent in this nation. And you guys are a part of that. And I just want to tell you guys, I'm so proud to have you guys on and to promote you guys. You guys are two absolute killers at the 132-pound division. I would put you two against pretty much anyone on planet Earth at 132 pounds. And there are a bunch of other divisions with guys just like you that are going to be throwing down on November 18th at Fighters Rep 20. So once you guys get done, hopefully you guys can have a beer and sit and watch the rest of the card, because trust me, it's going to be worth watching. Free smoke, you know, it sounds to me like De La Paz wants the action, wants the smoke. It sounds to me like you're giving it out for free to whoever wants it.
Free of charge, baby. Until we go pro, it's free of charge.
So let me ask you, you know, before I let you go, is there anything you want to say? Is there anyone you want to shout out?
Yeah, I'll give a few. I just want to shout out my team, mainly Paradox Fight Club at Syndicate MMA. My coach Johnny Parsons, he's actually fighting against Yuridos Medic in the UFC the same night I'm fighting De La Paz. So me and my coach both about to come out with some big dubs. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so shout out to those guys. Shout out to the meal prep company, Champ X Meals, man. They're the ones that keep me in shape, lean, never missing weight, always on point. So you know I got to show them some love. And shout out to Hard in the Fight, the media group that's kind of showed me some love on the way up as well. So shout out to them. And shout out to you, George. Shout out to you, George. Put me on the fucking card, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, because you know, like you said, I've been hitting the line. I've been trying to get on. So much love, man. I'll take any fight. I'll fight every week, man. Get me on. I'll fight every week. So
and let me tell you, man, you deserve it. You know, I want to work with guys that want it and that deserve it. And I think the both of you deserve it and the both of you want it. So we're making it happen. And I appreciate your willingness to compete. And shout out to Heart the Fight, too. I mean, they've actually had me on the show, and I thought that was awesome, you know, and I love how they continue to support the guys that came up through Street Beefs and everything like that. And I'm always open to work with them or anyone from Street Beefs or anyone else that takes this thing seriously. De La Paz, I'm going to ask you too, man, before I let you guys go, anyone you want to shout out, anything you want to say?
Yeah, shout out to King Cobra. Shout out to my coach, Isaiah. Shout out to my family, my dad, who's always by my side. You know, he's always there whenever I go to a sparring, whenever I'm training.
He really is. He really is.
Like my dad is always there for me, and you know, him supporting me, I'm ready to go the long game, you know. So if my family ain't with me, then, you know, maybe I wouldn't pursue this, but, you know, this is what I love doing, and my family supports it, so I'm all in for it, you know what I'm saying? And also shout out to my sponsors right here, you know, King Cobra right here, Fighters Rep, and
trying to get the Fighters Rep badge.
But I really do appreciate it, George. All the promotion you're doing. You know, you're always trying to make it look nicer, make it look more professional, and for that, I really do appreciate it as well.
Thank you, man. Much appreciated. And thank you guys for your time today. I look forward to your fights. Again, ladies and gentlemen, catch these two Isaacs throw down. We're going to see who the best Isaac is on November 18th at Fighters Rep 20, and give them a follow on social media. These two are going places 100%. I stand in on that. Thank you guys again for your time. You guys have a great night, man. I look forward to seeing you guys at weigh-ins.
Yeah, much love, guys. Hey, be safe.
Hey,
see you guys.
Thank you, George.